by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you to 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Not a lot to complain about for this San Antonio group right now. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Mike Budenholzer, the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks, seems like a guy with a plan and the ability to execute it, Shaq.
Yes, he has a winning pedigree, comes from a Spurs background under the great Greg Popovich. Had a good postseason, coached well versus the Pacers last year in the playoffs.
You hear that phrase a lot, championship pedigree. You've got championship pedigree. You got 4 rings. What does it feel like to have the pedigree?
Well, actually, I have 4 pedigrees. If I won 4 times, that would give me 4 pedigrees, right?
Yeah. And you've got 4 degrees, too. Wow. Plus a pedigree.
Actually, you know what?
Now you got 5 degrees.
5 degrees. Thank you, Ernie.
I forgot the pedigree.
I got 5 degrees. Thank you, Ernie.
Wow. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Introducing the starters for your Atlanta Hawks. At forward, 6'8" from Missouri, number 5, Delore Carroll. At guard, 6'7" from Creighton, number 26, Kyle.
Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to bring you all the action along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. A contest between conferences, Phillips Arena, Atlanta, where the Hawks take to their home floor. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Yeah, they gave away a lot of points at the free throw line in that game. Maybe it was being on the road, maybe they were just out of sync, but something had them rattled.
Steve, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but clearly the misses from the stripe had an impact.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward, and it's Splitter in at the center position.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
Duncan, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
And here's Atlanta. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because he was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
And Korver really trains so that he can sustain that energy moving off the ball.
That's one of the more impressive things about not only his quick release, but the work he does prior to getting loose for those shots. It takes an awful lot of endurance, stamina, and mental toughness, Kevin.
And so it's San Antonio with it. following the bucket by the Hawks. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Here is Corver after the basket by San Antonio. Millsap dishes to Carey. He kicks it to T. The Hawks working the ball around. Millsap passes to Teague. Shot clock at 6. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice teardrop in the lane.
And he's an improved passer, too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane, he's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio that point guards are measured by. And he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Corver kicks to Teague. Passes it to Corver. And that one's good. Corver's got his second basket of the night.
And you look at the Spurs' lack of branding, if you will. It starts from the top down, from Coach Popovich to Tim Duncan. They don't court media attention. They're close to the vest. All business, all about winning.
Now here's Green. 20 points for him last game against Boston. Duncan with the screen for Green. Nobody near Parker. Misses off the right iron. And the Spurs look for a certain kind of player, Clark. I know you're interested in this. The players they get are uninterested in the spotlight. Pop calls them guys that have gotten over themselves.
That's a great way to phrase it, because they're others-focused and not self-focused. And that's something that really lends itself well in a culture which glamorizes the I and not the group. And you can see it in the Spurs. They are all about business, and all of the extra stuff is not what appeals to them. They're interested in winning and having fun and enjoying each other, and that's why they're a championship organization and team.
That's a good blueprint.
Yes, it is.
Now here's Parker. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Parker dishes to Splitter. Good work defensively by Horford. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Parker against Teague. There's the dish to Corver. The pass to Carey. Back to Teague. From midcourt. A rebound by the Spurs. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here's Carroll. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Teague up top, covered by Parker. Teague, the pass to Corver. He dishes it to Horford. Hits the runner in the lane.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Parker kicks to Green. Duncan with the screen for Green. They set the pick. Outside Leonard, just 5 on the clock. Duncan dishes to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Leonard's got his second basket. Here comes Teague. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. Millsap a screen on Parker. Teague the pass to Korver. Into Millsap. The feed now to Korver. It's stolen by Duncan. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And it's rejected. Teague kicks to Korver. Horford dishes to Korver. Hawks passing it around. Carroll with the 3. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's a little tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep. Here is Korver. He's covered by Leonard. Millsap a screen on Leonard. Korver kicks to Teague. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Popovich back in the 70s toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed Forces team. He speaks Serbian and Russian.
Yeah, you know, no surprise that, Kevin, given his experience abroad, that he helped make the Spurs real trendsetters as far as international scouting.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. San Antonio trailing here. Parker outside. Dishes it to Green. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. Can't get it to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Korver passes to Millsap. Kicks to Teague. Pass to Korver. Launches it. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Parker dishes to Green. Parker outside. Pass to Diaw. He feeds it to Green. Rebound Atlanta. Carroll's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Here's Korver for 3, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Duncan with a screen for Leonard. They kick it out to Green. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Horford. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Korver passes to Teague. Feeds it to Carroll. He kicks it to Millsap. Outside Teague. 6 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
Oh, here's Parker. He had 34 points in the win against Boston. And Diaw kicks to Green. Shot to end this cold run. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here is Korver. He's covered by Leonard. 13 feet away. The shot by Carroll, no good.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Passes it to Green. Back to Parker. The pass to Duncan. And he gets it to go. Duncan's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to
free up the rest of their offense.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
You know, the issue really